Okay, welcome to our speaking test. Now I'll ask you some questions about yourself. Now let's talk about your schooling. Where did you go to primary school?
Well, I went to elementary school in Palembang, precisely elementary school number 78, but I took different school in Bandung for several years.
Did you enjoy school?
Absolutely, I really enjoyed school because I could learn some knowledge from my teachers and I did many interesting activities in school.
What was your favorite school subject?
Okay, my favorite lessons were chemistry and English. I like both because my teacher used good method in learning process and had a sincere character.
And what was your least favorite school subject?
Unfortunately, my least favorite subject was math. It is because of my strict teacher, so that I couldn't understand math easily.
And now what did you study at the university?
I studied I studied education, chemistry education. I mean at university, I learned about pure chemistry and applied education for senior high school student.
Okay, now let's talk about keeping fit. Do you try to keep fit?
Yes, of course. I attempt to maintain my fit. What I do to get fit is consuming healthy food and then doing some exercises once in a week and getting sleep with enough time.
Do you think it is important for young people to stay fit?
Okay, I think that fit is people needs without exception. Young people so I think young people need to stay fit so that they can do many activities energetically.
Do you play any sports?
Yes, I do. I really like badminton and swimming.
Which do you like best?
Swimming. I really like swimming.
Do you prefer team or individual sports?
Honestly, I like team sports, but I prefer individual sports.
Do you prefer watching sport or taking part?
Personally, I really enjoy to watch sport rather than taking part in sport activities.
Have you ever been to a live sports event?
Yes, I have. I have ever been to a live sport events such as basketball championship or swimming championship.
Okay, thank you. Now let's turn to speaking part 2. And I would like you to describe a teacher who you really didn't like. Okay, you have 2 minutes to explain your answer. Can you start now?
Yes.
Okay, please.
I'm going to talk about my teacher that I didn't like. The teacher's name was Mr. Warno. He taught math lesson. He was the only teacher who gave the punishment with pinching the student's hand when students couldn't answer his question perfectly. Actually, I still remember that he had a sincere character for all of his students and also witty. However, he became strict when he started to give question in the class, and then he left the class for a moment and came back to the class to check all students' answer from desk to desk, and his lesson was like a monotonous process because he only transferred the knowledge for several times and then he extended exercise to students without giving any more. Why I didn't like him because his character and method didn't make my class interactive, and then he didn't make students more creative and enjoy in class. I feel bored with his lesson. I mean, even though math was a difficult subject, the teacher should try several ways to engage the process.
Thank you. Now let's turn to speaking part three, and I'll ask you some question about this topic. Do you think the majority of teachers are good at their job?
Unfortunately, no. I think that although the teacher have used many ways to be good at their job, the teaching method that they use is not always effective for students in their field of study. The main reason behind my thinking is that every student, every children has different character and way to study their lesson. They cannot get understanding toward one lesson only with the same way which is given by teacher. Teacher should try several ways to teach the material of subjects because not every subject can be taught with one learning method. Those subjects have the distinction of content in which traditional method will make student feeling bored if the teachers only use one way in learning process in class. Another reason is that most of teachers still just transfer the knowledge without giving a critical thinking way for their students. Students need to grow the way of thinking of their students with a stage by stage, and this only can be done by their teacher in order to stimulate students' brain. And then students have to be pushed by their teachers to raise the curiosity toward something new in their lesson. So I think teachers must improve their skills and professionalism to teach their students wisely.
Okay, teachers often complain about being overworked. Do you agree?
Well, it's hard to agree with that statement. Teachers have full responsibility to educate the students, and this is actually such an obligation for them to develop a country, because as we know, the future of student is in a teacher's hand. If teachers have commitment to improve the education world, they should not feel overworked. They must really know that they are the key to enlighten students' mind, to empowerment, study will for every pupil, and to give inspiration for them that education keeps society alive and glorious. And the teachers have to realize that the government is depending on their shoulders to raise the nation's esteem.
What can be done to improve the quality of teaching in schools?
I think there are many ways that can improve the quality of teaching. Firstly, teachers must be trained about how to combine between technologies such as computer and the traditional method in learning process. With this way, they can make lesson more interesting than before. And then the next way is teachers have to choose good method in every material of subjects so students can understand easily about their lessons. And the last one is the quality of teaching can be improved by accustoming good habits such as critical thinking, doing a project which gives benefit for student and school also.
Okay, thank you. This is the speaking test.
Thank you.